Alrighty, folks, welcome to What It Takes, a mini-series where I ask the same question to elite coaches and they talk about what it takes to become an elite coach. I'm your host, Kevin Shaw, and today we are talking with five-star diamond and 2017 elite coach, Kristina Battaglia. Kristina, welcome to What It Takes.
Thanks, Kevin.
Glad to have you on. Kristina, before we get started, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I live in Buffalo, New York, which is in Western New York, and I am a mom to twins, 4-year-old Lincoln and Gavin, and Piper, who just turned 15 months. And yeah, that's my jam.
Well, I know a little bit more about you. Tell us a little bit about your day job, your side job outside of business.
Oh, so yeah, I co-run a construction company, dump trucks. So don't hear that every day.
No, you don't, and I'm glad I drew that out. Okay, let's get started into our questions. Number one, Kristina, how were you introduced to Beachbody?
Okay, so like pre-kids, way back when, I had a coworker, and I've always been in the health and fitness field, and I had a coworker who kept talking about P90X3, and I was that like eye roller, like, come on,
Yeah.
no. And I was in a rut. I've done it all, the juice cleanse, under ate, over exercise, nothing was working. So I was like, hey, I'm going to order off Amazon. And I actually was reached out to by a coach, and I was like, yeah, no. I was like that total kickback, don't bother me, like let me do my thing. And I did 2 workouts, probably only 20 minutes of them, and turned it off. And I was like, I don't know how people work out at home. Like it just totally wasn't my jam. And then fast forward, had my kids, was in a total rut, PCOS, thyroid issues, fertility issues, like you name it. And I kept seeing the transformation pictures, and they annoyed me because it wasn't me. And it like just made me like really mad, and I would like judge them. And then, but I realized like it was me. I was really mad because it wasn't me. And I saw an income post by my coach, and that kind of a light bulb went off, and I'm like, but I still don't want to do it. And I had been reached out to for 4 years. I mean, being in the fitness industry, it was like, Beachbody coach, like you'd be perfect. And I wanted nothing to do with it. If I brought up all the times I've been invited to the opportunity, it's like crazy. And every single time I'm like, I really don't like selling things, but thanks for asking. And she had reached out to me at like the perfect moment. I had just spent the day out on the beach with my kids. I was inside on the couch with my mom, and I deleted every single picture of me with my kids on the beach. And from there, I said, you know what? I can't keep doing this. Like, I can't keep doing this. And so I finally she reached out to me. I was like, let's just go. Like, I just need to go. I need to do it. And here we go. So
it was the perfect timing. It was the one. That's so funny. I love that story. Love it. It was the one time that she reached out, and it happened to be the perfect time for you. That's great.
Yeah. And it was, and like, it's crazy to think about it. Cause like I wanted nothing. And even when I was sitting next to my mom, I said, don't let me sign up for this. Like, just let her talk to me, but don't. And I was like, no, I have to.
She signed up out of pure annoyance. I love it. Okay. Question number 2. Now that you're a coach, describe what those early days look like for you.
It's crazy because I still feel like I'm in the early days, but I'm 2.5 years in. But I still feel like a newbie. But it was a lot of hustle. I worked that full-time job. I had 2 toddlers at the time at home. I'm a stay-at-home mom too. I didn't have a babysitter. But I come from a family of entrepreneurs, so I know what it takes when you want to make something successful. And so for me, when I made the decision, there was no holding me back. Like, I'm not going to start something and put myself out there and then just slowly, because I've seen that so many times. People, they throw the Hail Mary post out there, and then not everyone comes flooding to them. And so they just kind of like, nobody noticed me, I'm just going to peace out. And I didn't want to do that. If I'm going to do something, I'm going to be successful at it. And so it was sacrifice, but I'm okay with that because I'm so obsessed. Like, you'll hear me, like, I'm like, I'm so obsessed with this job, that it wasn't like I was like, oh, I can't watch this program, I can't go here, I can't do that. It was, I want to do this, I want to do that. So for me, it was really late nights, like very late nights, early mornings to get my workout in, to make sure that it was done, product to product, and just dialing it in. If I make a plan to do something, and I mean, if you set a goal, you just do it. You just go for it.
And I know that about you. You're one of my best hustlers. You get things done, and your passion is very infectious. Well done. Okay. Next question. What do you feel are some attributes or habits you have that contribute to your success? And I feel like we just answered that question.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. If I make a decision, if I put a goal towards it, it's a non-negotiable. It's going to happen one way or the other. I would say consistency is huge. It's the day that I decided to become a coach, I dove into everything I possibly could to find out what I needed to do to be successful. And consistency was like number one. And I knew that for myself. And I say it to my coaches all the time. Your social media is your storefront. If you're open and closed and people don't know if you're open and closed, they're not gonna join with you because they don't trust, they don't have that loyalty with you. So I think the consistency part, I think I kind of set myself apart and like I'm really big time into authenticity. I mentioned to you a few times that, you know, there's the Stepford coach mentality where everybody says the same things, they do the same things, and they try to duplicate everything instead of setting themselves apart. We all have the same product. We all can enroll people in the same type of challenge groups and everything. And the only thing that sets you apart is yourself and your personality and how people connect with you. So I really pay close attention to my social media and being really, really raw and real and unfiltered. And side note, it was funny when I first began, I was told, do not swear, do not that. And I'm a trucker. I have a potty mouth. And my first post, I remember my coach was like, oh my goodness, you have to take that down, like blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I'm going to get, like, corporate's going to get me in trouble. And then I saw some top coaches, Amy Silverman's when I saw her drop a well-placed swear word. And I was like, I can be myself. And I rolled with that.
You
I'm
are
not proud
authentic.
of that.
You
but
are unapologetically you.
Yes.
That's what we love about you. That's what everybody loves about you. Okay, good. So next question, what advice do you have for a brand new coach who doesn't know where to start? What can they start doing today to achieve long-term success?
I would say be real. Get yourself right out there. Don't wait until you know everything. That's the beauty of the internet. Like I was like, Google it. Like there's this crazy thing called Google. You have the FAQs, you have Google, you have team trainings, you have the back office, you have all these different things that I know for myself, I just dove in. I wanted to know everything. I was taking notes on everything. But the other part is don't overtrain. Don't get too developed into the training because then you're trying to calculate things and you're playing Monopoly rather than just being yourself and be real. When you put yourself out there, don't look at other people's posts and try to tweak it. Don't look at other people, just talk. Just talk. What's your experience? What are you going through right now? What's working? What isn't working? People are going to respect you a lot more if you don't put all fluff and butterflies and unicorns and you actually say, this is tough. Like I'm struggling here. I need some help. Who's willing to come join me and do this with me? And just, like I said, just be yourself. Don't get rid of the fluff. Be yourself.
Oh man, totally inspired right now. Very much. This is awesome. Okay. Next question. What about the coach who is struggling or is thinking about giving up? What advice do you have for them?
I want to be like sarcastic and be like, why? But I also, you might not like my answer, but I want everybody who's doing this to love what they're doing and to have utter passion for what they're doing. So again, I might get a little kickback on this. So if it's not something that you utterly love and everything, then maybe it's not for you. Maybe you'd be an awesome challenger, but maybe coaching isn't for you right now. But if it's somebody who's just struggling and you know that this is something you love and you're just struggling at it, I would dig deeper. And it sounds cliche, but dig deeper into the why. Something I do with my coaches is they have to say their why right off the gun. So I know why they're actually doing this. And I dig really deep. Like, no, I know you want to help all the people. Why do you want to help all the people? What does that do for you? For me, the UPS man was my best man. That's who I talk to every day. Like, having this community and the support of Beachbody, of my team, of, you know, the entire community of Beachbody has been everything for me. So sometimes I need to be reminded of that. If I'm sitting there at home and I'm, you know, plugging away and I'm like, oh, this stinks. Like no one's talking to me. I got to remember how I felt in those high days, not just how I'm feeling now. And personal development. I did not do personal development my first year as a coach. I didn't think I had a therapist. I didn't need self-help books. I didn't want to go to Barnes and Noble. I didn't want to order any of that stuff. I didn't think about it. But finding one that you connect with, finding one that's going to help you and what your mind frame is at that time. For me, like the 10X rule and stuff like that, that wasn't my vibe at that minute, you know, but then I found other ones, get over your damn self and stuff like that. That speaks my language. And so when I connected with that, it totally, it's really saved me, my business, my personal life, like you name it, personal development, like dive in.
Perfectly said. Love it. I'm not mad at you for that answer.
Okay.
All right. Last question on advice. Regarding your business, what is the best advice you've ever received?
One thing that when my grandma upline, whenever I talk to her, if I'm having any struggles and I'm like, oh, I should like switch this around. And she's like, stop, just be yourself. Just, you've gotten this far by being yourself. I'm big into reinventing myself, but I'm staying to myself. I mean, we all go through stuff, pregnancy, gaining weight, losing weight, struggling with a program, personal life issues, medical issues. So you're reinventing yourself in the categories of that's going on with your life. But I think staying consistent to who you are so people know what to expect from you. So if they do reach out to you, that's exactly who they're going to get. And I think that's huge when it comes to, because you need trust, you need that loyalty, because you're helping someone legitimately change their life. You better be standing ground, being consistent and being who you are so they can trust you. So when they're struggling, they know that they can come to you and what they're going to get from that.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Awesome. All right, guys, we're on to the speed round. Kristina, this is where I ask you rapid fire questions looking for short and sweet answers.
Okay.
On average, how much time do you spend working your business each day?
Unlimited. I don't have like I said, I'm obsessed. So it's like whenever I can, I do, but I will never say, hold on, kid, I got to post something. Hold on, I got to answer a message. Like that's non-negotiable. But yeah, I work whenever I love what I do. Okay.
What's your average SC each month?
Around 50. That's new. Last year it wasn't like that. This year was we up
5-0?
5-0.
Good gravy. What percentage of time do you focus on your own business versus your team?
Okay, so right now, this answer probably won't be popular, but 50-50.
Okay.
Because I wouldn't be where I am without my team. If you're going for elite, you got to have that team vibe. You got to have that community. You have to have everybody on the same page.
Okay. And what leadership ladder rung are you at right now?
Team leader.
All right, there you go. It is time for questions from a hat. Now, guys, this is where Kristina has no idea what question I'm going to ask. The most important question of the day is, Kristina, who was your role model when you were a child?
Oh, this is going to sound so corny.
Perfect.
My mom. She's my BFF, and she started this construction business that I talk about herself. Like, watch out, who runs the world? So, yeah.
I got it.
And she'll like that answer too. So
that's perfect. We love that answer. All right, guys, what a great call. I hope you're inspired and motivated by this. Kristina, you have a very infectious attitude. I love that you just get things done. That's what makes the world go around, and girls as well. We're so grateful for what you've done. Thanks for joining us today on What It Takes.
Bye.